Welcome back, everyone, to another episode from the Chronicles of Rideshare Driver, Toronto Edition, Season 1. Today's story is one I've thought about a lot since it happened. I promise that it's going to be explosive, and it's titled, A Trip into Someone Else's War. Let's go. I've driven through almost every corner of the GTA, from the shiny glass towers downtown to those quiet industrial backstreets where streetlights flicker like they were tired too. But that night, something in the air felt different. It was late, the kind of late where even the highway hums softer. My app pinged, a pickup in Rexdale. Not my favorite area, but I'd been out since 7 p.m., and the bills don't wait for safe neighborhoods. The name on the request, Dre, 5-star rating, no photo, destination, Albion and Islington. Quick ride, maybe 15 minutes tops. I accepted. When I pulled up, the street was quiet, too quiet. Streetlights stretched long shadows over cracked sidewalks. I noticed a group of young guys hanging around a parked car a few meters away. Hoodies up, eyes sharp. I didn't think much of it at first. Toronto nights come with stories standing on every corner. "Yo, you Lukman?" The passenger's voice snapped me back. He was tall, with an athletic build, maybe in his mid-20s. A face that looked both confident and cautious. "Yeah, hop in," I said, trying to sound relaxed. He slid into the back seat, the scent of weed and cologne trailing him. "App saying drop me by Islington," he said, his eyes flicking between his phone and the window like he was expecting something. Or someone. I started the engine, merged back onto the road. At first it was quiet. He was scrolling through his phone, head down, hood up. Then he sighed deep. "Man, these streets don't forget," he muttered under his breath. I glanced at the mirror. "You good?" "Yeah," he said too quickly. "Just people be playing games out here, you feel me?" I didn't, but I nodded anyway. I've learned that as a rideshare driver, sometimes silence is safer than curiosity. We drove past Weston Road and I could feel his energy shift, tense, alert. His phone buzzed. He looked at it, frowned, and mumbled, "Nah, not now." Then he looked out the window again, eyes darting. "Can you take the long route?" he asked suddenly. "Go around Finchside instead of cutting through Albion." That wasn't normal. "That'll add like 10 minutes, I said. He nodded. "Yeah, I'll tip you good. Just do it." So I did. But my gut started whispering that old, quiet warning that drivers learn to respect, that something's off. The car felt heavy with tension. I turned the music down, but the silence just made it worse. Every passing car's headlights felt like eyes watching us. "Everything cool?" I asked again. He gave a small nod. "Yeah, just trying to stay low for a minute." That's when I knew this wasn't just another tired Friday night drop-off. This was something else. Something that had already started before I even accepted the ride. And the truth? I almost cancelled the trip right then. Almost. But I didn't. Because when you're just trying to make an honest living, you convince yourself that danger only happens to other people. I wish I'd listened to my gut that night. You ever had that feeling where your heart starts racing before your brain even knows why? That was me. Hands on the wheel, eyes bouncing between mirrors, every muscle in my body whispering, something's coming. We were 2 lights away from the next turn when Dre shifted in the back seat again. "Yo, can you pull up by that plaza for a sec?" It was one of those half-empty strips, a shuttered barbershop, a convenience store with flickering neon, and a silent row of parked cars. The kind of place that looks harmless until it's not. I slowed down, my chest felt tight. "You sure, bro? Ain't much open here." "Yeah," he said, peering out. "Just pull up, I'll be quick." I parked, engine running. My fingers tapped the steering wheel out of habit. He cracked the door, 1 foot out, still scanning the shadows. Then, out of nowhere, a dark sedan turned the corner fast, headlights off. Everything after that felt like it was happening underwater. Tires screeched, doors flew open, voices, sharp, angry, overlapping. Then the pops started, loud, too loud. I didn't even process it as gunfire at first, just chaos tearing through the night. Dre shouted something I couldn't make out and dove low. My instinct kicked in. I ducked down, one hand on the car horn, the other over my head. Then pain, A hot sting in my leg, another burning flash in my hand. I didn't even look. I just screamed, "I'm a driver! I'm a rideshare driver! I'm just a driver!" Over and over, my voice cracking, desperate, raw. Somewhere between those words and the sound of my own heartbeat, the world blurred. I heard tires peel off. I heard Dre gasp. Then silence. I smelled metal and smoke and the strange, salty taste of panic in my mouth. I remember fumbling for my phone, fingers slippery, trying to hit the emergency button on the app. My brain kept looping. This can't be happening. I was just trying to make a living. And then, the most haunting part, the silence afterward. No shouting, no engines, just the hum of the dashboard and my own breathing, broken and shallow. I looked back. Dre wasn't moving. His phone lay cracked beside him, screen flashing notifications like the world was still going on somewhere else. I sat there shaking, blood dripping on the seat, whispering prayers I barely remembered. God, please. Please. I'm just a driver. I just wanted to go home. Minutes later, sirens. Red and blue lights slicing through the dark. The officers pulled me out gently, one hand steadying me, the other pressing something to my leg. I kept repeating, "Check the back seat. Please check him." They did. But the look one of them gave me said everything. That's when it hit me. The streets don't care what you drive for. They only see what they think they see. Thanks for watching. Watch out for the concluding part. These accounts are drawn from real events, though names and locations have been carefully altered to protect the privacy and dignity of everyone involved. See you in part 2.